It's okay though.
Yeah.
Boom.
Flip it back. Oh, you want to?
I flipped it back. No, that's fine.
What you say?
So we're live.
What's up?
What's up? Hey guys, this is Winston with Ohio State Track and Field, and I'm with Behind the O. And I'm here with my dad, Otis Winston.
Yes, sir. Always, baby.
So my dad is a former basketball and track athlete at Ohio State. He is the current high jump record holder, and also, how many times?
Big Ten.
Big Ten champ? Yeah.
4-time Big Ten high jump champ, 2-time All-American, 2-time runner-up.
Okay.
So,
You got some good accolades behind you.
yeah.
I think personally you should be in the Hall of Fame, but I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for you to get that call at this point.
Yeah, to win the indoor twice, to only compete indoor twice, and be the back-to-back indoor high jump champ was a pretty big feat.
Yeah.
I only competed 6 times in the Big Ten because I did 4 outdoor, 2 indoor, and I won it 4 times and came in second twice. So it's not bad, especially being a 2-sport captain. So
yeah,
not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
So I guess I got a couple questions to ask you during this live.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you, what is your favorite athletic moment that you've had? It doesn't matter what time it was. It doesn't matter college, high school, middle school, whatever.
Well, this is what's going to be crazy does it have to be me?
Right now, yeah. I want it to be you
right now. Okay, about me. My favorite, I believe, athletic moment came my freshman year after I broke the record. And then I ended up coming second in the Big Ten. Then I qualified for nationals as a freshman. And my dad had never seen me compete in my entire life. And we competed down in New Orleans. And I'm out there and I'm warming up. And I'm training and I'm warming up. And I hear, Otis! Otis! And I'm like, who's calling my name? And I look up in the stands, man, and my dad drove all the way down from Ohio to New Orleans to watch me compete, which gave me all kind of energy. I ended up coming in 3rd in the nation that year. I was winning up to 7.4.5. I've had no misses till 7.4.5. Like no misses. And my first miss was 7.5 3/4 or something like that. That was my first miss of the competition. And I ended up coming in 3rd as a freshman. And as a team, we ended up coming in 2nd. And we lost nationals by like a 0.5 point.
Still, coming 2nd in nationals.
Yeah, as a team.
We need to get back to that.
Yeah, it's getting there. I think Coach Ross is getting there.
Yeah,
I think she's getting there.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah. So that's by far, I think, my probably a moment that I'll always remember, because like I said, it's the first time my dad ever seen me compete. And I competed on a high level, and I did very well.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Doesn't surprise me at all. One second. Just make sure it's all good. Yep, still good.
All right.
So I guess I'll answer my own question.
Which
about my favorite moment. My favorite sports moment.
Which was?
I would say it really goes between 3.
Okay. No, you gotta narrow it down, man.
I know.
You can't. It goes between 3. No,
I know, but
it has to be 1. You said your favorite moment.
Okay,
can
I do basketball and track?
See, I could have did that.
Okay, you can do that.
I could have
did that. You can add yours in, and then I'll do mine.
Well, my favorite basketball moment, of course, was my last game of my college career. When we were playing against that team up north. And like I had no more fear finally. And I was able to play loose without worrying about anything. Ended up being Damon Stringer and I were the leading scorers of the game. Started the game off, I think, with a thunderous dunk. It was just crazy, and we should have won that game, but we didn't. So that was one of my favorite basketball moments. But I think I have to change my favorite moment because they both. I'm gonna marry the two.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my junior year, we played against Minnesota, and I was guarding Vashawn Leonard, and we ended up beating Minnesota, and they were like top 25 team.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Minnesota at home. I go home, I get a phone call. It's Coach Rogers. He says, "Where you at?" I was like, "I'm at home." He said, "All right, I need you to get to the airport. I need you to fly to Illinois, Chicago, because we're competing in the Big Ten." I've never jumped indoor ever in my life, ever. So I get on the plane. I fly to Chicago. Your Uncle Kevin picks me up from the airport.
Was he living in Chicago?
He lived in Chicago at the time, so I stayed with him that night. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened. His alarm didn't go off. I didn't have an alarm. We didn't have cell phones the way you guys have today. And he wakes me up, and we're late. Like the jumping started at like 11, and we woke up. We was in Chicago, and the competition was in Champaign, Illinois, and we was in Chicago. And so we jumped in the car, and we started driving to Champaign. I don't know why. I wasn't nervous. I'm just sitting in the car like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I can do. But Coach Rogers and Coach Doyle had the foresight to pass.
So he was just passing you.
Yeah, they was just passing me. Coach Warner. It was actually Coach Warner, my high jump coach at the time. So they just kept passing me, like even though I wasn't there. So the competition started. As soon as we get there, I jump out the car. I run in the car. I already got my uniform on, and as soon as I get there, I see Coach Rogers' face, and he runs up to me. He says some stuff. I don't even know what he says today. Man, that was an understatement. Man, his white hair was red. He had white hair. His white hair was red. He looked like heat miser.
I would have been like, at least I got there.
I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm in basketball season. I never did indoor before in my life. So I walk in, and I walk over to Coach, I believe it was Coach Warner, and he's like, "Okay, Winston up." I get up, jump right off the car, run into the track meet.
Warm up you got.
I ain't had no warm up.
It was the run to the
adrenaline of being late. So I get on the track, take one jump, win an indoor high jump competition, and jump on a bus, ride back home. And I remember I got Big Ten Player of the Week because we did basketball the night before. The next day, I was the Big Ten high jump champion. This is my first time ever jumping indoor, and I won a Big Ten championship.
Wow.
So it was crazy. I think that would have to be
that gotta be
my top.
That gotta be
my top moment. The other one was so emotional because my dad was there for the first time. But to do those two things, to have a good game and to guard Vashawn Leonard, and we beat the top 25 team, and then fly to Chicago.
That's ridiculous.
Late, get there, jump out the car, run into the track, high jump, and win the Big Ten championship. My first time ever competing indoor. That was pretty big.
Yeah, that's huge.
So that's my basketball and track moments. All right, so now you can go.
Now I can go.
Yeah.
I think my most memorable basketball moment was in middle school.
Middle school.
7th grade, we were playing in that tournament to end the season. I went to Hannah Middle School South, and I took the charge at the end of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't never taken charge before in my life, but
you was running.
It just felt right with my mask on. I'm breaking my nose.
I called you.
I used to have
Phantom of the Opera. You was the Phantom of the Opera.
My shorts went all the way past my knees, and I had my
leg sleeve. And then you had the arm thing. But what was crazy? It was all instinct. It was instinct, and to watch you, because that changed the game.
Yeah,
they actually won the game for you.
Yeah,
that won the game for y'all. I get that. I understand.
That was a funny moment to me. But I would definitely say when we played Westboro North the first time my senior year, and I dropped 14 in the second half.
Oh yeah,
for us to win.
You came alive that game.
Yeah.
No matter what was being said or what was being done, you just stepped up in the moment and just lived in that moment.
Because when don't I?
Yeah. You have to.
You got to. So
you have to. Yeah.
I would say my most memorable track moment though was my senior year of high school when I broke the regional record. I feel like there was so much riding on my back going into that meet, but I felt just free. I wasn't thinking about anything. I like that moment in Kentucky were the
I was
only
about to
two
say,
moments.
that's my favorite moment. Now,
No, you know, but
I get what you're saying.
I've never like when I was in Kentucky, I had to lock in. Like I was like too relaxed because I just did bad at Big Tens.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not putting no pressure on myself. I'm just gonna go out here and do whatever. Because at Big Tens, I was telling people, oh, I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna come top 3, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Put too much pressure on myself, then I underperformed. So when I got to Kentucky, I was just like, I'm gonna just calm down. I'm gonna not say nothing. Anyone asks how I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna let God take the wheel. That's all I would say. God got me. That's all I said to anyone who tried to talk to me. That's all I would say.
Because what happened to me before.
Yeah,
you know
I was like, God got me. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna win. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna make nationals. I didn't put any expectations on myself, and I think that I just got done watching this podcast about goals, and it was with Emmanuel Aiko. He's an analyst for like ESPN or something. Okay. I don't know, but he's a sports analyst.
Oh yeah.
He played in NFL.
I know he's talking about.
Yeah, but he was talking about on the podcast like how if you set a goal, it kind of puts a cap on whatever else you got because you're so focused on that goal that you can't see nothing past it. You can't see nothing before you just focus on that goal and your tunnel vision on it. So I didn't have a goal for myself there. I just was like, I'm just going to go out here and have fun and compete and let God do what he has to do. And when I got to Kentucky, I wasn't nervous. I was motivated. I was ready to compete, and I was angry. Absolutely. I was angry about how I competed at Big Tens.
Rightfully so.
I just was like, I'm going to go out here and jump. And I missed my first height at at 2 meters, which is like 6'7". And then I just locked in, and I was in last the whole meet. The whole meet, I was in last because I missed that first height. And then when we got to 7 feet, I hit my head on the bar, and I just heard people in the crowd laugh at me. Yeah. and that got me motivated. Yeah,
that's a motivator.
And so I got on my last jump, and then I got 7-1 on my first jump, and I was blessed enough to be able to make it to nationals and become an All-American. But it has to be my high school moment because of just the energy that was there. The whole stadium was filled and everyone was watching me. I was the last person jumping, and I don't know, just watching the videos back and seeing how my video went viral, it was just like, I was just in the zone, like 6 foot, 6'2", 6'6", 6'8", 6'10",
3/4.
Yep. And then
6'11" basically.
I knew I was gonna get it. I remember missing it my first try, and that was the first time I got confidence in that meet because I'm like, oh, I can jump at this. I never really jumped at it. Like we did a couple things at practice, but it was never really to that extent. Yeah,
it wasn't meet
ready.
It
wasn't meet ready. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily prepared to do that. I've only been jumping for 5 months at that time.
Absolutely.
And so when I realized like, oh, I can do this, something in my brain switched. Like it was a different type of confidence, and it was a surreal moment. Like hearing you scream, like me getting off the mat, the whole stadium going crazy.
The way my screams kept getting higher
exactly as it went on
per height. Like okay, there you go, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go, boy.
Okay,
there you go, boy.
Yeah, and it was the perfect meet. Like it was warm. It just got done raining, so like the track was soft and steaming. It was that was a surreal moment for me. But
that was fun.
Yeah.
And to me, to watch you do it in front of a few people who a few months later said that you would never be able to jump that height.
Yeah.
I think that's what really stood out to me because I remember that track meeting. I remember telling you, you don't allow anyone to take you out of your character. You don't allow anyone to make you feel like you're not good enough. Mm-hmm. Let your competing do the talking for you, and to see the ones who were once laughing at you are the ones sitting there cheering for you now. That's the ultimate win for me. The ultimate win. It's the ultimate almost like get back because it wasn't for them. It was really for you, but they got to experience.
Yeah, and they got the. And I got to show them that I really could do it. Like you weren't just saying that I could jump those heights just to say it.
Jumpers recognize jumpers.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean,
you gotta think this is just your 5th year, dude. You only been jumping for 5 years, and you missed all last year.
Yeah.
So this is really your 4th year of ever high jumping. Like I just, it chose you. You didn't choose it. Like me, like. To go back and see you jump at 6 years old and just go and just say, this is how you do it. And you jumped and walked off the pit, and then to never do it again until your junior year.
I used to vow to myself I would never run track in my life because you were such I refuse.
But my kids were good.
They were amazing.
They were good.
But I was like, this is what you got in. This is what you got to put in to be good at track.
That's what you got to put into. See, this is all I try to tell y'all. What you do in sports translates to what you do in life.
Yeah.
So if I can get these young athletes to realize there's nothing you can't do, it translates in life. If you give up on a track, or if you give up on a court, or if you give up on a field, it's 9 times out of 10, 8 times, 7 times out of 10, you're gonna give up in life because that's what life is. Life is about getting hit and getting back up. That's life. That's sports. You know, and so that's all I try to do that's what I try to do as a coach. That's what I did as a father. I try to make sure y'all realize that no matter what you do, it's not going to be easy. But if you dedicate yourself, you're disciplined, and you just go after day after day after day after day, that's what makes your life change. That's what makes things better for you.
Yeah. And that changed my life watching you.
watching kids
growing up die out on the track. I was like,
I still get DMs.
I bet you do.
I still get DMs like Obi. He's training. I was like, yo, you need to come meet me at the track. Nope. I'm good. No. I ain't meeting you nowhere.
I would have blocked you after I graduated. You would never.
But that's how you know when kids that you once coached can still come back and still say, what you did,
you left the
impacted my life,
and that was big as a kid, watching how you impacted other kids' lives. Like I feel like this is what I tell people all the time. I'm like, my father is a community father. He's open to anyone.
Absolutely.
There's not anyone I've never seen you reject help for. You know, you see potential in everyone. I think that's really special about you.
I appreciate that. But I have to, you know. I'm the type of father that, you know, no shots at my dad. You know, my dad is like a very, you know, him and I have a good relationship now, but growing up, you know, he wasn't around, you know, just for other reasons. You know, I'm not gonna get into why he wasn't there, but when I decided to have kids, I wanted to be what I always wanted. And then when I see kids without that, I try to step in to let them know that, you know, I see you and someone see you. But most importantly, I need you to see you. You know, that's why I told you the day you realize that you were good on your own, that's the day I was able to step back. I ain't have to tell you anymore. I ain't have to say, you the man, you the man, you the man. You know, I
needed that.
Yeah.
Especially like my freshman year in college. I lacked so much confidence because I didn't know what I was doing.
It was hilarious to watch, though, to me, because I tried to tell you I didn't have time to turn you into a high jumper. I didn't have time to turn you into a track kid. I had to get you to jump high so you can get to school on a scholarship. I had to get you to jump high. So your freshman year, that was the year where you had to turn.
That was basically my first year of track.
Absolutely,
because I told my high school coaches, I told them, I was like, if you want me to run track on this team, I will not run a single event.
Which was, I think, was a mistake. I still think that was a mistake. I think you would have helped in the 4x2. You would have helped in the 4x4.
I will not.
Like I'm like, oh, you was just running from it. Like that's just your.
I was running from it because of you. That was like I'll only do high jump, and then I tried long jump my senior year. I still give long jump a chance if I was allowed to.
Yeah, because you could jump.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got your
I would.
form down. Like you
Right.
look like you're a track kid. You had to learn all the drills, the A skips, B skips.
Man,
that was the funny part.
They was all laughing at me.
Absolutely. Because you look stupid.
Like, Ran, you know how to dance? No.
Yeah, no. Which is crazy because I dance. So it's kind of, but you had to get your own.
The reason I lack confidence in dancing is because I saw a video when I was very young of myself dancing. You know, like, you remember my grandma, Diddy, she used to always hype me up and be like, Rain, you can dance real good. She would tell all her friends, like, you can dance. So I would really be dancing, like, really hard in front of them. I seen a video of myself dancing one time. It looked like an exorcism. I said I'll never dance again.
But
it took.
It's so crazy, man, to hear you say that, because in order to be...
I used to love dancing.
I got the video of promising and bust your windows out the car and you stole the show with your dancing. But what's crazy to hear you say that is your confidence is like watching you be a young boy helped me become a man. Like watching how confident you was in all the things and stuff you used to say to me, you know. So to hear you say, oh, I lack confidence in that, I'm like, you was always dancing. I got the videos. I'll upload them. I'll show all y'all the videos. They're hilarious.
They got enough videos.
He thought he was Chris Breezy and Usher in one. And I loved it. So I don't want you to ever go from that, because you told me something a long time ago and you need to follow the advice that you told me. You said, Dad, do you get embarrassed? You asked me that. I was like, yeah, I get embarrassed. You said, why? I said, because it's embarrassing. He said, well, it's only embarrassed because you allow it to embarrass you. That changed everything for me. I was like, what did you just say? You said it's only embarrassing because you allow it to embarrass you. If you're not embarrassed, then it doesn't matter. You don't care. If you ain't embarrassed, they can laugh all they want. You're doing what you want to do. So that changed my perspective on so many things.
Yeah.
So that's the nature of the beast to me. So what other questions you got for me?
I'm really going off the dome.
All right.
So I would say, what would get you most locked in as an athlete before meets?
What got me most locked in? It was the pain I went through. It was the being laughed at. It was being told I wasn't good enough. It was being told I would never be able to do this and do that. You know, once I got a taste of, oh, I can actually do this, I remember what it was like to not be able to do it. And that's what always locks me in, because I know what it felt like to be laughed at. I know what it felt like not to be good enough. I know what it felt like to be overlooked. So once I got that taste, I was like, nobody gonna be able to tell me that I don't belong here, because I know I belong here.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Meets
with a chip on my shoulder. I always had a chip on my shoulder. Yeah, like it's one thing I knew I could do, and no one in this world would ever be able to tell me I couldn't do it. And what do you think that was? Jump. It's one thing I knew I can do. Can nobody tell me I couldn't do it? I didn't need no form. I didn't need put a bar in front of me. I'm gonna jump over that thing. Because the competition was me against that bar. Bump everybody else. I didn't care about nobody else. And that's just the mentality I had. That's the mentality I have now when it comes to my acting. Like, okay, I know what it's like to be an extra. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to sit in those big rooms and wondering if you won't get that opportunity. And I know what it's like to have my own honey wagon. I don't want to go back to sitting in those rooms. Now, do I still go talk to those people who sit in those rooms and encourage them? Absolutely, I do, because I know what it's like. Just like I still talk to athletes trying to get better. It's easy to coach somebody who is already jumping. You got to think, the first time I got you, you was only jumping 5'10". If that. 5'6", 5'8", 5'10". 5'10" is what you went your junior year. You went 5'10" your junior year.
I think I got 6 foot once.
Exactly. But and then to come back and go from 5'10" your junior year to 6'11" your senior year. See, it's easy to coach kids who already jumping. I can grab 6'6" kids and turn them into a 7'2" kid. because they're jumping 6'6" without me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But can you grab a 5-foot kid and turn him into a 6'7" kid?
Mm-hmm.
That's where pouring into people come from. To me, I want the ones that people turn their back on. That's what I want. That's what I always gravitated towards. You know, even in what I do now as coaching. I mean, as acting.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think they can do it? All right. Watch this. Oh, you don't think I can do it? Okay. Watch this.
Yeah, I would say being told that I wasn't gonna get an offer from Cincinnati after they brought me out for a visit. That's a feeling I never felt before.
But to be honest,
it's a feeling that it's something that I've always experienced.
Yeah.
In my life.
But you got to think about it from their perspective, though. You know, I know exactly.
Yeah.
I know, so I know it pissed you off because they said we don't recruit based on potential.
Yeah,
and you just had to show them.
I showed them. This is what happens when you recruit based off of potential.
But it's not always the case.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You can't. Potential is only potential if you don't reach it. Potential is only potential if you don't reach it. You reached I made you reach that level. When you almost got 6'10" at, was it Mansfield, wherever we were at. Mm-hmm. When you and that dude was going head to head.
Broke the record at my school.
Yeah, and you jumped 6'8". I was like, oh, okay. And then you had 6'10" easily, but you didn't get it, but you ended up winning the meet. And then a few weeks later you went 6'11". But I had to make you realize that it's more than just you thinking you can do it. You got to know you can do it. And not only know it, you got to execute it.
I know, but it was just, I think that time was such a punch in the face to me because I was already no high end. I had my visit to Ohio State.
You ain't listen.
I had my visit to Ohio State, and I remember I still only jumped 6'4". And I remember I had to leave the visit a little earlier the first day because I had the Westerville South meet and went in no that meet too. And I remember everyone asking like, "How'd the meet go?" I was lying my butt off. I was like, "Oh yeah, it went good."
It did after you know how it is. After you know how it is.
Like, practice. I hope they don't check the athletic.net.
All they would have saw was NH. like because you got to understand, my job was not. I didn't care about those meets. I cared about you peaking when you peaked. Mm-hmm. I didn't. That's why you were still lifting.
Very heavy legs.
Yeah, you had. I'm teaching you how to jump with heavy legs. So when you were jumping with heavy legs, that was making you get ready for when you fresh. Mm-hmm. Nobody gonna be able to see you, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
that's what happened. So it was funny, you know. We would bump heads because you ain't want to listen. But I remember Coach Johnny Jackson at Westerville North. Mm-hmm. He said, "I love the way that you coaching." He said because you can tell you have your coach hat on, but then you put the father hat on. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I had to learn that because if I kept my father hat on while I was coaching you, it would have been like Bart and Homer Simpson. I would have been out there like strangling you between just because
I would have been strangling you too.
You would have tried and lost. Would have been a bad day. So, but it's fun.
It was. So yeah, I'm glad. Like I feel like everything definitely happens for a reason.
It does.
And yeah, I guess that leads me to my next question. What's your favorite memory watching me?
He trying to make a person like cry on live, because he know I get
emotional.
He know I get emotional when I talk about my kids.
He's just emotional,
especially when it comes to y'all. Like I get very, very emotional because of just life. My favorite memory watching you, I think it would have to be Kentucky, NCAA East Regionals. And the reason being is I remember like Big Tens, and I remember driving. Was that Michigan?
Yep.
I remember driving to Ann Arbor, and remember how excited you was because you were like the number 3 jumper in the conference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was the number 3 jumper in the conference, and just watching you, like, cause you know height it.
No, I didn't.
You didn't know height?
Mm-mm.
So what was your first height that you cleared?
6'9".
Was it 6'9"? You cleared 6'9", and then you went. No, you cleared 6'9", and then you went. You just.
It went up 3 meters after that, so it went to 208, which is about 16. I cleared that, then I
bombed.
Yeah.
And I remember as soon as you missed, you grabbed your stuff and immediately walked off the track. And I remember walking after you, and you left not only off the track, you walked out the stadium.
Yeah.
And we went.
I dragged you down the stairs. I remember.
Yeah, because I grabbed your arm and you just kept walking, and I made you stop. And I made you sit. And I made you realize that in order to be successful at this, not just at this, just in life, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the good with the bad. And you can't just want the good. And I remember telling you, I said, you're going to be back. I said, you still got a whole meat left. And it's almost like you would have thought your world imploded. I was like, you still got a whole meat left. So to drive down to Kentucky and to watch you miss your opening height, miss the first bar, I was like, And then I said, I remember you and I locking eyes, and I was like, man, focus. I said, just have fun. Just have fun. And then you cleared it. And then when you cleared 7 feet on that third jump, I knew it clicked.
I blew it away, like.
Yeah, I knew it clicked.
Yeah.
I knew it clicked. And that's why I was kind of upset with how they do it, how they make you stop jumping.
That would have been the day.
That would have been the day. I believe that was the day you
tied or broke it.
Tie or break
Yeah, that was going
because you felt good that day. You blew 7.5 away. You cleared that by like 5 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this dude he's on one. It's finally clicking. He get it. He know all I got to do is just run, stay away, and get up. Bing, and you were doing it. So that was.
And I was hitting my in my approach is where I struggle with the most. I was hitting my same spot every time.
And you heard it, and it was like a pop.
Yep.
Like a pop. And so for me to watch you accomplish that after the meet you had before and how down you were on yourself, to watch you pick yourself up and to watch you overcome as a father, there's no greater feeling to watch your children like fail and then bounce back after that failure.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah. I would say one of my favorite moments with me and you was when I tore my Achilles. I think that I needed you there for that day. Like the fact that you were there just was like crucial, because it wasn't that it was the fact that the week before I no-heighted, I'm coming off my All-American season. I had a big revelation. I'm like, I'm gonna come into this meet focused, locked in. Like this is the time where I gotta really better myself in this situation.
Yeah.
And I remember I was just I really was engaged.
Yeah.
And after that first jump, I was happy that I cleared my first bar of the season, but at the same time I was like, dang, that kind of hurt. I was like, ooh, that kind of hurt my Achilles a little bit, but I was like, I dealt with the Achilles tendonitis before. Like, it's nothing that I'm not used to. So it wasn't out of the normal for me.
Yeah.
And so going into that second jump and just starting my approach and just hearing it, it like literally sounds like a gunshot goes off in your body.
Yeah.
And hearing it, my whole career flashed in front of my eyes. And that's what a lot of athletes say when they tear their Achilles. Their whole career just flashes, and mine just flash. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that since it ruptured completely and all my nerves went with it,
Couldn't feel anything.
I couldn't feel anything. So I thought I was being dramatic. When I was crying on the ground, I was like, maybe I'm just being like, I thought I could get up. I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like, I'm gonna be able to get up. I'm gonna be fine. No,
it's gone.
My trainer Chanel.
Yeah, you saw that. You
God
saw the
bless
mushy.
her.
You saw the mushiness.
She squeezed my calf. My Achilles didn't react. My foot didn't react. It was like, dang, but the fact that you were there to carry me off the track and carry me home.
Carry you out the stadium because they didn't have crutches or a wheelchair.
Yeah, how you not?
How you not have crutches? How you not have wheelchair assistance at a track that if kids get hurt, they gotta like be carried off. Like if I wasn't there, somebody else would have had to carry you. That was that's why it was kind of weird because you said what was the one of my most like joyful moments. Like that's why I said what I said. So and then for you to add that moment and be there recording it.
Yeah.
And like I watched you. I remember when you cleared the first one, I saw you go down and you put your hand and you was trying to stretch it. And I was like, why is he stretching his Achilles? Like, cause you ain't complained about it all year.
It actually felt perfect all year. Both of them.
Yeah.
Felt fine.
And then it just, it was time for it to
it was tired.
What it was supposed to do so you can get it healed and be on the track of doing what you're doing now. So
some good news, officially able to jump starting today. I got cleared. So that's good to know. So it was a journey. Like it was a lot. Just having to go through all that rehab and the surgery and not being able to move the way I wanted to. Like you really don't realize what you take for granted until you can't walk. Like
absolutely.
I remember it was just humiliating at the time. Like I fell in the shower. I was grabbing for the
that's yo trying to show the world you can do it.
Yeah, because in my head there's no way I can. But in my 21 years of life, 20 at the time, I was like, I can shower.
You've never had a major injury?
No, not to this extent.
Yeah,
I was like, I can shower.
But it was funny because it's like I'm like, dude, I said it's life, man.
Yeah, it was
life. You always need a hand. That's why I'm always willing to be that helping hand.
Yeah,
because you never know when you're gonna need a hand.
Yeah.
So if you're that helping hand, and when you need a hand, God willing, that helping hand will be there to pull you up. I always tell people, I'm not looking for a hand out. I'm looking for a hand up.
Yeah.
Just like I'm looking to help other people up. That's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah. Because during that time, I definitely needed it. There was a lot of athletes don't necessarily talk about like mental health when it comes to that aspect. And when that happened, it felt like I lost a piece of me. Like a piece of me was gone.
Because that's
what I've done for the past. Like I've always been an athlete. I've never had a moment in my life where I wasn't competing in any type of way, and for it to be stripped away, it threw me off.
Absolutely.
I couldn't sleep. I would have dreams, like really vivid dreams that felt so real that I was healthy. Like back on the track the next day, it was like, you good? Yeah, jumping 7 feet again, like, and then I'll wake up like thinking I'm okay. Like I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking like, oh, I'm fine. And then I look over and my crutches are staring at me.
Over your head.
Yeah.
That's life though, man.
Yeah.
And you just got good news today. We're doing your live today. That's how God works to me.
It just lines up.
So he lines everything up. And when you got hurt, you said it flashed before your eyes. You didn't think you would be able to get back to this moment. Now you're back at this moment.
Yeah, and so like I just thank God. I thank you, my trainers, everyone. Like that was a tough time in my life. So to be able to be back and be healthy again and be with my teammates and my team and try to lead the best I can I'm just grateful. That was very humbling.
It's over now, though.
Yeah. I think it was needed.
It was. You had to go through what you had to go through, so you can realize the blessing that just being able to walk or take a shower or doing things on your own is a blessing that people take for granted because they do. I tell people this all the time. The biggest thing that people take for granted is time because they think we have it. They think we have it until it runs out. Yeah. So that's why I take advantage of it every day. I wake up and I do what I need to do every single day because I don't know how much time I have. You know, that's the biggest gift to me is time. It ain't love. You know, if I love somebody, I can stop loving them the next day. But if I give that person that time, I can never take that time back. I already gave it to you. You know, so that's why time is huge to me.
Yeah, I think that's a big lesson that I've learned through this time. And I think it was necessary. Like, am I happy I tore my Achilles? No, but I think it was necessary. I think it adds to the story.
I am. I'm happy you tore it. Like, and the only reason I'm happy you tore it because it's been hurt ever since high school. It's been hurting. I mean, really, after your freshman year in college, it's been hurting. So I'm glad it's out the way now. And now you got, you know, these next 2 years to do what you need to do and not have that lingering over you. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
And the cool thing about tearing your Achilles, which is kind of weird, it's cool, but it's weird, is that every day you feel a difference. Every day it feels closer to normal. And it's been like this since I tore it. Like, I mean, since I got my surgery, every day has felt better. Yeah. Man, it's weird because you just feel the progression. You feel the everything. My leg's still a little skinny. The calf muscle isn't fully there, but it's getting there. Yeah. And now I'm back in the weight room and back doing my rehab and all that. So it's just that's great.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, what time is it?
It is 6:12.
All right, I think that's good.
Any more questions or you good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. So, I mean, I had fun with this, man. We got to do this more. You know, I mean, y'all write in asking questions for the next one so we can respond to whatever y'all might have. Yeah. I think that'd be good, too.
Yeah. I think they have better questions than me.
Yeah, you know, you gotta do a little bit more research on your dad to ask better questions.
You see, every time you answer, we went through 45 minutes, so it's good that I only had 2. This would have been 2 hours.
Basically just said I talk a lot. That's exactly it. But he did most of the talking.
No, I ain't. I did.
Exactly.
But, all right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And, this is Behind the O.
Behind the O with O. Behind the